So, I mean, I guess with that, should we head to the lore corner?
Let's do it. Lore corner.
Lore corner. Of course, a brand new expansion. We have plenty of lore to get through.
Plenty of lore.
I have to read the lore books to make sure I don't accidentally read Truth to Power 2.0 out loud and treat it as fact. Because they really got me with that first Osiris entry, and then I started reading the other ones after that. I was like, oh, these are all lies. Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. But I don't think they're from Savathun this time. I think that they're from The Witness.
Yeah.
So
that's how they get you.
The first one we're going to read, like I said, we're going to cover two of our exotics that we had, that we talked about today. Parasite's going to be the first one. And this, I think, is actually super important for the future of this entire franchise. Guardian. Transparency is not a strong suit of mine. Undoubtedly, this comes as no surprise. However, our misadventures, let's call them, with the Parasite, have left me with a recurring ambivalence in regard to said transparency. As a result, I feel as though you are deserving of a more appropriate level of access to my thoughts surrounding recent events. In my previously mentioned vision was the Witness's one truth, an eternity of darkness in which I serve as a disciple. It brought me on an overwhelming feeling I previously relayed to you as fear, but in actuality it was fear born of what I felt most within this vision. Gratitude. Gratitude, as if my place alongside the Witness was meant to be a reward for all I have ever done and ever will do, and if the Witness is to be believed, all I ever will do is unbecoming, to say the least. It is moments like these wherein I wonder if I myself should be put to rest to avoid perpetuating these dark truths. But I have never before wavered from righteousness, and I don't intend to begin now. With that, you should know that while our revealed truths about Savathun and the collapse appeared minimal, I've already used them to begin tracing a trail of evidence that may provide us with the power of preservation in the oncoming storm. When the time is right, we will have further parts to play together. In the meantime, keep the Parasite near and listen close. It's bound to open its mouth again sooner or later. Mara Sov, Queen of the Awoken. So the first thing to point out is, when she says that keep the Parasite near, it will talk to you. It does fucking talk to you in the wellspring, and it's really creepy. It can say the beginning and the closing dialogue in there, and it's really it actually actively is encouraging you. It says the words, leave fire team behind, leave the throne world, join the darkness. Yes, it's very Varix-esque in the way it talks with its. How deliberate it is when it talks. It really reminds me of Varix in a lot of ways. I wouldn't be surprised to find out if it was the same voice actor.
Yeah.
But I think what's most alarming here is that Mara's had a vision of her becoming a disciple of the Witness. And we know that in Elsie's Dark Future, Eris reveals herself as the true Witch Queen and kills Mara Sov.
Mm-hmm.
You have to wonder if something like that is coming.
Yeah.
But when I said earlier that I feel like Mara is marked for death, I guess pretty clearly, Mara's going to die.
Yeah.
She's going to have to make a choice eventually. And I do think she's going to die to protect Crow.
Yeah, that's where I was going. She loves her brother, even though, he doesn't really know who she is anymore, right? I mean, she's going to.
Right.
I mean,
we read that in the final lore from last season too.
Yeah, but I mean, even since Vanilla D1, right? When you go to her throne or whatever, and he's kind of hanging out with her, you can still tell that they're super close, Yeah,
I mean they've lived thousands of years together now at this point, and they're twins.
Yeah,
they're twins.
Yeah,
and I think that's one of the most fascinating things about this storyline is she's going to do the inverse of what Uldren did during the Taken King. He led the Awoken fleet and the fighters and basically sacrificed himself to give her time against Oryx.
Yeah.
And we believed him dead. He spent years searching for her, got corrupted by Riven in the process, created the Score and all this and that. And so, I mean, we're still suffering from the consequences of Uldren's actions trying to find Mara. And I do think that she sets it right eventually. And I don't know if it's going to be this year or if it'll be in Light. I feel like it's coming in Lightfall.
Mm-hmm.
If it comes anywhere, I think it's coming in Lightfall. It's very ominous when she says there's still roles for her and you to play together.
Mm-hmm.
This is involving the Guardian more and more in the actual lore of the game.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, it's been pretty much established the Guardian that we play as is one of the most powerful beings to ever exist in the universe.
Yeah.
We technically have the throne world of Oryx, but we've rejected it.
Yeah.
We didn't claim it as our own. If we claimed it as our own, we'd be the most powerful being in the universe at this point.
Yeah.
But we've slayed multiple gods at this point. We've fought multiple different entities of dark and light themselves, and leaders of conquests and everything, and all their lieutenants and peons and everything in between. Mara knows more than she's letting on, and I suspect that she's had contact with Elsie and knows more about the future than she cares to admit.
Yeah.
And I think Mara has come kind of the realization that we have that the dark future has not been averted. It has merely been delayed right now.
Right. Yeah.
There is still a part for Aramis to play. Savathun is not dead. There is still something with Eris to come. So, the second one that we're going to read tonight is Dead Messenger, and this is I don't think this is like really big lore wise, but this is fascinating. I think for how Vanguard ops play out occasionally. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's the flavor text is a gift for the Empress who has everything. Keitel and Zavala stood side by side, watching a live feed of the Guardian's assault on the Scion transmission facility as broadcast by Amanda Holliday's circling aircraft. The Guardian ducked behind cover and pulled out a sleek grenade launcher recovered during their last assault of the base. They fired into a pack of onrushing war beasts, sending shrapnel hurtling through the air. The Cabal Empress emitted a low rumble as she admired the weapon. Zavala looked up at the enormous ruler with raised eyebrows. His gaze was fixed on the firefight, her eyes twinkling with violent ardor. The Vanguard commander shut off the open comms and cleared his throat. Would you like me to send you one of those grenade launchers? I can have Banshee create a Cabal-sized version for you. Keitel looked down at the awoken leader, suddenly aware that her avarice had been on display. She lowered her tusks, which the commander interpreted as equivalent to a blush. That would be most welcome, Commander, Keitel replied. I'd like to fire it into Xivu Arath's belly and bathe in her soul fire.
Oh, God.
Zavala turned back to the screen. You have a passionate spirit, Empress. He did not see it, but beneath her mask, Empress Keitel smiled. It was terrifying.
Sounds like this is getting...
They are fucking, guys.
Yeah.
These two are clearly fucking. Like... I don't know how they make that work. It's space magic. It's a video game. They are clearly doing it, though. And Zavala's ghost is there for all of it. Because, man, let me tell you, there's got to be some resurrections going on.
There's some sort of erection going on.
Man, yeah, no, if they weren't already fucking, they definitely did right after this lore piece when he offered to make a Cabal-sized version of this fucking grenade launcher. It's probably the size of Zavala, honestly. Like, this thing has got to be about his size that he's offering to her.
Dude, so side tangent, I didn't realize I remember when Season of the Chosen was around, how big Keitel was, but in these cutscenes, she's massive.
She's fucking huge.
I think she got
the
bigger.
The only big Cabal we've ever seen have been trying to kill us.
I think she got bigger.
Dude, man, she is thick with 6 C's.
6D.
6 C's. Thick. God damn. I don't have anything else to contribute to this other than the fact that Amanda is clearly following us around, filming this like it's ESPN or something. They're videotaping the Tour de France or something. God. It's made it canonical that we've gone back to this facility multiple times now. And then Zavala I'm imagining Lance Reddick saying this dialogue, too. Lance is spitting some game over here with Empress Keitel.
Yeah.
Oh, my lord.
Man.
God, this is not safe for work.
Zavala is brave.
No. Events transpired after this in the commander's office.
Oh, man.
That's just... Man... I'm telling you, if Zavala doesn't get to just retire with Keitel, we have been gypped.
Jeez.
I find it fascinating how we have all these ships that we've created in our mind. Zavala and Keitel, of course, the Osiris Saint 14 one was, a fan theory for a while, and then, oh no, it's totally true. They're 100% together, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's the bromance also between Saint 14 and Mithrax.
Yeah.
Ikora and, Eris and Mara, have their own little secret club going on over there.
The Mars Club.
Yeah, our original domains have been vaulted in the Destiny content vault, so let's just hang out on this one ledge on Mars.
Yeah.
Drifter just seems like the Tower Lothario. And, Amanda Holiday and Crow has been a popular one. If you read some of the lore, her and the fallen mechanic that was building the Sparrow with her, they were probably, girlfriends.
Yeah.
Like, that's definitely implied.
Yeah.
I love this. I love this so much. This is a dimension of Destiny we were missing. There was no way for us to ship any of these bland-ass characters before. And now, one of the most popular topics on Twitter and Reddit within the first 10 days of the Witchwing coming out is how fast do you think Zavala and Keitel fucked when he offered to make her that grenade launcher? What are the semantics of this? How does this work? It's ladies and gentlemen, it is absolutely wild that we have to have this conversation about a space rhinoceros and a member of the Blue Man group, but here we are. God, I'm so glad that nobody got horny for the Witness, so we didn't have to have a talk about Megamind also. Okay.
All that smoke that's coming out of his head, those aren't
case scenario here.
All those faces that are in the smoke coming out of his head, those aren't faces.
I'm just imagining Skeletor from Masters of the Universe.
God damn it.
What a glorious Skeletor! Yeah, I'm just imagining that right now. Just imagine, that face appearing in the smoke while he's just, casually talking to you, trying to be a normal guy. He also has a very, all the smoke faces have a very Supreme Leader Snoke feel to them.
Yeah.
So that's really disconcerting. Are they getting Andy Serkis to do some of this CG, in Joe Blackburn's garage?
Oh my God.
How does this work?
Right.
I'm just, thank God Destiny is rated T for teen. Okay, we're left to imply and pervert things on our own rather than having it on our screen.
God, why do so many people listen to this show?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have gone off the rails. I'm sorry. That is what you can take away from Lore Corner tonight. I'm sorry. Corey, please get us out of here.
I can't right now. This is the last episode I'm going. It's okay.